New Orleans has given us so many classic American cocktails, and today I'm gonna show you one of the most iconic, the Vieux Carré. New Orleans has been so important to American cocktail history. It's given us some of the best cocktail recipes on the planet, such as the Sazerac. And there's so many other things that can be attributed to New Orleans, like Peychauds bitters, and so many other things. And the Vieux Carré, which is French for Old Square, actually gets its name from what is currently the French Quarter of New Orleans, which it used to be called like the Old Square or Old Quarter. And this cocktail recipe comes from the Hotel Monteleone and the Carousel bar there that they have. It's actually a bar that spins. It is a super old classic cocktail from the early 1900s, and it is an absolute staple. The other reason I wanted to make this cocktail is that if you follow this channel, I've been making a lot of videos on cognac cocktails. And so if that's something that interests you, come on over here and take a look at that. Cognac is super important to the American cocktail history, and it is really important to recipes that come out of New Orleans as well. The original Sazerac was made with cognac rather than rye whiskey, which a lot of us are accustomed to. So the Vieux Carré is a little similar to the Sazerac in terms of flavor profile, but also complex in its own weird way. But all right, let's get into making this cocktail and we'll chat about it along the way. So the recipe that we are gonna be using today comes directly from the Death & Company cocktail book. This is an amazing cocktail book. It has everything you could possibly need to learn to make your own cocktails, evaluate spirits, and it has amazing classic recipes and new school recipes right in here. I highly recommend you check this out if you enjoy making cocktails. There is a link in the description below if you want to check that out. So let's get into it. We're first gonna grab our mixing glass. We are going to do 1 ounce of our Pierre Ferrand cognac. We are going to do 1 ounce of Rittenhouse rye. And I have a very special bond with Rittenhouse. At one of my first real bartending jobs, we used to take shots of this very frequently as a pick-me-up. Some people might think that sounds crazy because it is 100 proof, but this has a special place in my heart and it warms my insides, and I love it. And we're gonna do 1 ounce of Carpano Antica sweet vermouth. And we are going to do 1 bar spoon of Benedictine. You could also do a 1/4 ounce if you want to be specific. You know what? We're going to do a 1/4 ounce of Benedictine. And what is Benedictine, you ask? Well, it is a herbal liqueur made by monks in France. If that sounds familiar to you, that's because that's also what chartreuse is. They do taste a little different, but they are both herbal liqueurs made by monks in France. You don't have to sell me on much on this. You could just tell me that it's made by monks in France and I'm pretty much in on anything. And then we are going to do 1 dash of Angostura bitters, and we are going to do 1 dash of Peychauds bitters. And we are going to top this bad boy off with ice and give it a stir for a good long while. So when I originally heard about this cocktail, I was absolutely enthused. I was really excited because I love Sazeracs, I love Rittenhouse, and I've been getting very excited about cognac recently, as you can tell by all the videos I've been posting. But it is a very weird, herbal, delicious, interesting combination of flavors. The vermouth, the Rittenhouse, the cognac, it's all, somehow it's like a cocktail that shouldn't work in theory, but it just does. And I don't know why it should, but it does. And then we just want to dilute this down because there's a lot of strong flavors in here. Really want to chill it down, and we're going to serve it over a low ball, over a big cube, and give it a nice lemon twist. I always find it awkward because I'm like stirring for like 30 seconds, but it's just dead space. So I always just try to talk about something. Sometimes I'll cut it on the video so that it doesn't show that I'm 30 seconds of me here, but. All right, and then let's give this a little taste to see if it's properly diluted. Oh yeah, I would say that is properly diluted. And then let's grab our low ball, pop out a big cube, put our julep strainer in there, and pour that out. And then we're just gonna give this a lemon twist. Express the oils over the top, rim the glass, and we're gonna twist it up. And rest that right on the rim there. All right, let's take a look at that. It's a very deep color, similar to, I'd say, a Manhattan, but served over a cube like an old fashioned, and it has that weird herbalness that I mentioned. So let's give it a taste. Wow, that is so complex. The cognac gives it a nice base. The Rittenhouse spice really comes through since it is an 100 proof rye. You definitely do get that spice. The Benedictine adds a good amount of sweetness and weird herbalness to it. The sweet vermouth rounds it out with that bitter and sweetness as well. And the two bitters just kind of elevate all of these different flavors. I would say it is a very funky, awesome, interesting, complex cocktail. And it's one of those that if you enjoy spirits, if you enjoyed the taste of these spirits, you will enjoy this. This is perfectly balanced. It's a well-made cocktail, but it does have funky flavors. And it is an American classic. It's like Mustang or popcorn or obesity. No? Too much? But there you have it, guys, the Vieux Carré. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you can come on over here, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to never miss out on any of the videos that I post. On this channel, I post cocktail videos, videos about my favorite spirits, bartending tips and tricks, and what it's like to own my own restaurant and bar. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please come on over here and hit that subscribe button. Also, go down in the comments and let me know what you think. Have you ever had a Vieux Carré? Did I mess something up? Do you think I'm ugly? Do you enjoy these videos? I'm always looking to engage with folks in these videos, so go down in the comments and leave me a message. But all right, that's enough from me. I'm gonna go indulge in this delicious, beautiful cocktail, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. That's fucking weird. I love it.